Hello everybody, hope you're doing well. Welcome to Saturday. This is your first video Saturday, a little bit later on in the day. I'm obviously trying to spend as much time, relaxing and going out for walks and all that stuff and spending some time with them. So, we're just trying to kind of like cover as much as possible. There's a lot of videos I need to make, want to make, but some easygoing and fun videos that I want to explore. Like, for example, this one here. So this is a really cool little thread that I saw on Reddit, the Contest of Champions Reddit, really interesting, which was entitled, "You're the CEO of Kabam and can make one change to the game. What is it?" And I was reading through some of these discussion points, and it's really cool when people come to things like Reddit, community pages, and they're passionate about the game. So, first of all, mastery presets. And allow us to recover individual mastery points instead of having to reset the whole tab just to change the one mastery. One thing that I've kind of really wanted, I've actually got to sort out my mastery. I keep saying it every year, sort out my masteries. And as well, I've got this extra mastery point, which I'm like, okay, where am I putting this into? I do bear in mind, we're not just going to be going off the thread, we'll be going into game, kind of looking at comparisons and things in a nice kind of like bit of coverage. But yeah, this is something that I've definitely found that's interesting between Battlegrounds, where you can shift. And of course, places here, how about just let us shift masteries whenever we want? Never understood why this was restricted, and especially, as we said, with Battlegrounds, it's in there. It kind of feels like there must be some reasons, by Kabam about it. But yeah, I would like that kind of like, pressure, not non-pressure, to go into likes of Necropolis. Stay the same, my same mastery setup in Necropolis throughout. I should have changed it, but that's something for path 2, and also a video that I'm looking to make called 10 things I should have done, or 10 things I would advise, or I can't remember how I'm gonna 10 things I wish I knew before doing Necropolis. It's a bit tough because there's some personal advice to me that I should have learned my lessons of, something that I definitely read from responses to in comments, and as well people that messaged me from yesterday in a video. So yeah, learning processes there, but definitely the masteries, without kind of going off on a tangent there. The amount of units I'd be saving during the Necropolis run. And again, same thing, like I've honestly spent units only on mastery changes during Necropolis, and a lot too. Having to reset all my masteries just to put suicides on and off is troublesome, so I totally agree with that one. A lot of people actually sharing that kind of conversation about Necropolis. I'd add a new game section, more like a lab section, where you can select a champion of your own choice, nodes of your own choice, and can practice with those nodes with specific champions. For example, I'll choose Onslaught for any other new champ as my defender, then add 500% health boost node, Mixmaster, Life Cycle, Polka Dot Power, Bane, Spiked Armor, Mesmerize, and Masochism. Then I'll choose an attacker for practice with nodes like Enhance, SP2 or something like that. In this way, we can get a ton of practice against difficult nodes and their combinations. I think this will be fun. Like, we can choose Wolverine and some massive regen nodes, then choose Shang-Chi and as an attacker. We can see any champ max potential with the same blah blah blah, and it goes on. 86 upvotes on that one, and that's nice. There's not. I was going to say there is something similar in the CCP beta, but it's not exactly what you think it is. But it would be nice just to kind of like select what you want as a testing platform. I mean, it comes to like bosses, Kabam obviously want you to use your units, they want you to use your revives, they want you to use all the stuff that you would theoretically either be spending to get in order to get yourself through said content. This is why, Necropolis, the Grandmaster, hasn't got a Testbed Platform, which I think would be really nice, but that's not, unfortunately, what Kabam have done in the past and will ever do for this the community to add. It's always a bit of a difficult one with that, but I like the idea. Okay, as a player, and then but this is the other side. This is the other hand of things. Like, as a player, this sounds like a great idea. As the CEO, all I could think about is how much money we would be losing, and this is something as well. Like, if you like, a video that I've still yet to make, which I'll probably make tomorrow, is the why do you feel like you have to do everything? The more that I thought about it, the fairer Kabam have to be, the more pressure they have from their CEO as to Netmarble. Netmarble, I think, have appointed, or there's somebody that is, affiliated with Netmarble as the CEO, or former CEO, or former employee of Netmarble. So there's a pressure, I think, there as to like, well, you've got to appease your shareholders, your ownership, your big company, your publishing company, whatever it is, and that's a problem with that one. So yes, there is the other side of it, but we're talking about improving the game. This is something as well. I mean, the concept of the X-Men Danger Room already exists and everything. Kabam just don't want us to practice, and that kind of goes into what we said a moment ago, like a danger room, and you get to kind of like create your own practice mode would be fantastic. In the champions section, add a name filter so you can easily find a specific champion. I like that search function. Yep, great little thing that helps. Yep. Yep, a whole new AI. I must admit, I'm still questioning AI. I mean, this is something I've got a poll, I think, for the community on this. Do you feel that AI has improved? As I said back along, the CTP got to test out like the AI. Like Kabam said, for the last week we've ran the new AI build. What do you think about it? And kind of like when I tried it out, it was good. It was really good. But then since it may have gone live, I don't know if it's gone live, I haven't seen any improvements. To give you a real idea, in that Grandmaster fight in Necropolis, if that champion's holding on to special attacks, that's a problem. That instantly will get you to death. And look, that's great for Road to the Crypt, but when it comes to like the future of the game and kind of what is fair and fun, it's not so fun. And that's something that I don't particularly like at all. Obviously, create some bullshit nodes to milk the players and give myself a nice bonus. Okay, right, there we go. I like a new Alliance Wars Defender tactic with no corresponding attack counter. Okay, well that's, there you go. People like the punishment. Okay. Release the most requested champions. That's a very good point. Bullseye, that's coming next month. Beta Ray Bill, that's, well, I don't know. I feel we're getting at this next year, 2024, but it could be wrong. No other high level. He'll have a great kit and super fun rotations, but only as a 3-star. That would be interesting to put rarity champions, but then we've kind of got that in game already to a degree. You get lucky at the Banquet Event. You get some of the rare champions, Thanos, etc. But obviously the kits aren't really usable. We'd like to see that. And as well, other ones. Bring back pre-nerfed OG Thor and Scarlet Witch. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon. Buff the Banquet Event. I only think that... I think, personally, Kabam, next year is going to be a better Banquet Event. Why? I think Kabam are going to learn lessons. I would put some money on it that Kabam would make it potentially or have a progression-based system in it. As I said, one way to make this better is to appease those at different types of progression levels and just putting an objective in. An objective specific to, like, they can keep it the same, just put an objective in where the rewards for it are going to be, add some 7-star shards for Paragon that are kind of like banquet orientated. Yes, Kabam will say, well, we put it in other areas. Well, look, make it bleedingly obvious. But Banquet Event objective, boom, right in there. And a little thing like with that. Something for Valiant. Something for Thronebreaker. Something for Cavalier, specific to the progression. So it feels like, look, you may get an added extra little bit, but it's going to be kind of like good for, different types of progression. Return the buff program to the way it was. 2 champs getting buffed every month. I don't think Kabam have the resource to that. But I agree. I would love to see that. Superior Iron Man. What's happening with that? That's a dud. That could be better. Fix input issues. I don't think Kabam, they can't keep on top of that as far as... They obviously say they do. And I agree Kabam can only do the limits of they can do. But optimization for devices is really important, but I don't think they do. Fire Kabam Mike. That's a bit harsh. I like Kabam Mike, but I like him in the same way I like pantomime villains. You always need to have yings to yang. If we're a completely democratic, happy clappy community, It ain't gonna work. You need people, challenging stuff. I need people, and I see, comments, things about me. I see people say stuff about me. I see things positive and negative, but we need it. You always need to kind of go, okay, well, look, that's criticism. I need to up my game. You need to have these people to go, is Kabam Mike a bit of a tyrant at times? Of course he is, but he's also good at times. If you're not seeing like, the MCN that we did recently, he helped out a player that was, was in trouble, wanted to get something sorted out, and he went out of his way to sort it out. But then on the other hand, he's been quite kind of like ruthless in other regards. You need a community manager like that, one way or the other way. You can't have it going like, oh, he's just kind of like placid in the middle. You need that, yin and yang. Kabam Mike is a hardball, and Kabam Jax, is the kind of the good, the kind of good there. It's a yin and a yang. You need both. You can't have just one person just constantly kind of being negative, not negative, but kind of being ruthless, not passive aggressive. Look, you need a yin and you need a yang to it. So yeah, that's a bit harsh with that one. Buff Hercules. Someone's been having a bit of a joke there. Add more fighting stages. I agree with that. Add alternative costumes, skins. I'd like to see that, but I just don't think Kabam have the time to kind of put that in. But I think it's a lot more straightforward than you might think, especially with how Kabam did, Weapon X, not Weapon X, X-Force version of Wolverine in the past. Monthly quests would be themed with related champions to the story and have custom stages. That's sort of possible, but I think that with them trying to align it with movies and themes, I mean, next month is when we normally have Summoner's Choice, and what's happening next month is Summoner Choice based champions, so we kind of get that next month. So I guess that's something. Yeah, monthly side quest overhaul. Yep, it's crap. Definitely needs to be. Give player transparency on crystal drops via champ drop percentages. They kind of do that, but I get your point. If you're wanting more, redo the mastery setup. Mastery seemed to be the big thing. 2014 champ rework overhauls. I'm not sure about that one because I think we've done a good chunk of them. Maybe no, I do agree. There's actually some champions out there still in 2014 that haven't received the buff. Let's just actually quickly have a look at that. So if we go to filter and we go to tags and we go down to years 2000. Oh, well, it's not even there, isn't it? Great. I'll just click 2015 and it may kind of have some of those. Well, a good chunk of those have been looked into. I do agree, though, that, Thor, standard Thor, Winter Soldier, again, we need to... Elektra definitely needs one. Abomination, standard one, yes. Superior Iron Man. Oh, yeah, okay, well, that's... Yeah, that does look like there's a good chunk of 2014, 2015 type champions that do need a look into. But it's getting there. It's just incredibly slowly. Give more units in game. I don't think I'm going to do that. But yeah, those are all the top voted ones. So yeah, lots of tune-up rewards, multiple amounts of gold by 3. So wherever it's given, I do think we do need more gold. Yeah, lots of improvements, lots of things upvoted. Fix inputs so they can function when you press them, and fix inputs so there is no latency, and fix inputs so we can do what the AI does, or fix AI. To the point. Look. Lots of interesting things right here. ISO drops, yeah. That could improve with, adding... well, look, we need to level up champions and we need more gold. Yeah, so really interesting. This is a really interesting read. I'll put a link to it in the description if anybody wants to check it out. But yeah, that's been the video. I've got a few more kind of videos like this, looking at topics. And yeah, it seems like Masteries, AI, and what was the other one? Yeah, a practice mode seem to be the top 3 things that were mentioned here. So yeah, really interesting stuff. What are your thoughts on this? Comment section. Get involved with this on Reddit. Really interesting stuff. Thanks for watching. Check out some other content located on screen right now. And I definitely would improve the masteries. Masteries for me is the presets, the most important thing. Bye bye, everybody.